The Word was God. The deity of Christ is no human invention. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The same was in the beginning with God. All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. In him was life, and the life was the light of men. And the light shineth in darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not. John 1:1-5, KJV. John's declaration in this passage is bold, clear, and uncompromising. Jesus Christ is God. He is not merely a teacher, prophet, or religious leader. He is the eternal Word, uncreated and divine. Yet some argue that this truth is a later invention of the Church, or a product of philosophical speculation. Let us examine why John's testimony shows that Christ's deity is not an invention but a revealed reality. I consider John's personal position and perspective. Imagine being in John's shoes. Think of a beloved friend or mentor you deeply respected, someone who shaped your life profoundly. After their passing, their memory becomes precious. You cherish their words, handwriting, and the moments you shared. But would you ever dream of deifying them? Would you claim your friend was more than human and proclaim them divine? This is unimaginable. Love leads us to honor and remember, not to create falsehoods. John, more than anyone, walked with Jesus, leaned on his breast, and witnessed his miracles. If Jesus was only a man, John would never have dared to call him God. 2. John's bold claim defies human tendencies. John lived in a Jewish world that fiercely upheld monotheism. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord. Do 6-4 KJV. Jews were so reverent of God's name that they would not even pronounce YHWH aloud. To claim divinity for any man would have been considered blasphemy. If John were inventing a doctrine, this would have been the least likely fabrication it would offend both Jewish and Roman audiences. 3. John knew the gap between creator and creature. John's conviction of God's holiness and transcendence was profound. He knew the Creator is infinitely above all creation. Even the highest angels bow before him, crying, "Holy, holy, holy is the Lord of hosts. The whole earth is full of his glory." Isaiah 6:2-3, KJV. John himself was warned not to worship an angel in Revelation. Then saith he unto me, See thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant. Worship God. Revelation 19:10. KJV. John would never blur the line between God and creation, unless Christ truly was God. 4. A mere human deification would dishonor Christ if Jesus were merely a man. To call him God would have disfigured the beauty of his moral perfection. False worship is an injury to the one being wrongly exalted. John's loyalty to Jesus' humanity would prevent him from spreading a lie that would destroy his integrity. Christianity would never have survived if it had been founded on blasphemy. Instead, it has transformed nations, abolished idolatry, and endured for 2 millennia because its foundation is truth. The only reasonable conclusion. John's testimony is not exaggeration. It is eyewitness truth. Jesus is the eternal Word, co-equal with the Father, the light that shines into the world's darkness. This is why John wrote, "The Word was God." Application. Why this matters today. If Jesus is God, then his promises are trustworthy and unchanging. If Jesus is God, he has the power to forgive sins and give eternal life. If Jesus is God, then worshiping him is not idolatry, is obedience. If Jesus is God, neutrality is impossible. We must either bow before him or reject him. John's gospel begins with eternity. In the beginning was the Word. This is no philosophical abstraction or poetic flourish. It is a declaration of divine reality. Christ is God, and this truth is not man-made, but revealed by the Spirit of God. To deny it is to reject the light. To accept it is to step into life.